Hello there, my name is Fernando, and I'm a developer advocate here at GitLab. And today, I'm going to go over one of the newly released security features in GitLab 17.7. Today, I'll be covering a new policy type titled the Vulnerability Management Policy, which allows vulnerabilities that are no longer detected by scanners to be marked as resolved automatically. Now let's get started. In order to create a policy, go to the Secure tab and click on Policies. From here, you can either edit an existing policy or create a new one by clicking the New Policy button. From here, we can create a new policy we wish to apply to the project. Now let's select the Vulnerability Management Policy. From here, we can go ahead and create that new policy. Now let's provide the policy with a name so that way it can be easily identified. Optionally, we can add a description, which is useful if you are maintaining several similar policies. Then we can choose whether the policy is enabled or not. This is useful when we want to quickly disable or enable a policy which we have in the list. Now let's create a rule for when to auto-resolve vulnerabilities. The rule states if all scanners, which can be changed to only particular scanners, within the default branch find vulnerabilities of all severity levels, which can be changed to just the specified levels. Then once these conditions are met, the vulnerabilities should be set to resolved. You can also chain multiple rules together for more granular controls. Now press the Create Policy button to add our policy to the appropriate security policy project. Note that this project has separate permissions than the project that houses our application and applies these policies to that project. This enables separation of duties when applying and managing policies. Note this change must be merged before the policy takes effect. Now let's go to the Vulnerability Report by going to the Secure tab and clicking Vulnerability Report. Here we can see all the vulnerabilities detected in the default branch, and I'm looking at those that are still detected, and I'll click on the improper neutralization of special elements in data query logic found in routes/basket line 18. From here, I can see that the status of the vulnerability is set to Needs Triage. From this page, I can see all the insights into the vulnerability as well as how to remediate it quickly. I'll use this data to create a merge request with a fix. Now let's take a look at this merge request I created, which introduces a fix to this improper neutralization vulnerability. It does this by adding Mongo sanitize and sanitizing the user input before it passes it on. If I look at the security scanning results, I can see that the improper neutralization of special elements in data query logic has been fixed. Let's go into the details and confirm that it is the same vulnerability under routes/basket line 18, which is the vulnerability we looked at earlier within the vulnerability report. Now let's go ahead and merge this code to apply the fix to our default branch. This will rerun the pipeline on the default branch, ensuring that the vulnerability has been resolved. Once the pipeline has finished, now let's go back to the vulnerability report to see if our vulnerability has been auto-resolved. I'll go ahead and apply filters to filter by the status equals resolved and that the activity under detection equals no longer detected. Here, I can see that the vulnerability I introduced the fix for has a status of resolved. If I go into the vulnerability page, I can see that the GitLab Security Policy Bot changed the status to resolved along with the time it changed it, showing a successful auto-resolve. Thanks for watching. To learn more about this feature as well as the GitLab 17.7 release, see the links in the description. And for similar content, be sure to click on that subscribe button